So, just like I said, this is I already explained the order than another day. So this is what we are going to be working on: nav bar and footer. So for us to be able to have this, we have to link it. So it's a link. So that is why we are having this our list here. So our list, we have you say, okay, is it okay like this? So link, we have to make use of our uh, our anchor for this. So because we are not pasting any link yet, just put the hash color. Sorry, hashtag. Is it hash symbol or hashtag? I don't know. The Naira sign. So you list. We have home. We have about us. For instance, it depends on what you want to put inside. You want to write. Sorry, have about us. So let's just copy and paste to save our time. So we have services and we have contact us. So let's see, let's look at what we have now. Can you guys see it now? This is our logo. This is our link. Can you see it now? Can you guys see it? So, boss, I beg, let's quickly do this thing. So now, the next thing to do now, is to style our container. So we are going to create another file because we are making use of external CSS. So in our page, we create a file called class.css. So then we link it here. Sorry, we link it here. I believe you already know how to link. So class.css, you can see. So you just link it like that. So that's how to link external CSS. So now let's work on our design, like on our style, to style our nav bar. So the first thing we will do is that if you are styling if you are making use of external CSS, the first thing you will do is to it's a rule, and I'll explain the reason why you have to use it. You have your curly bracket. You have margin 0, padding 0. So then the font family you want to use, font family. So let's make use of sans serif because that is the common one, sans serif. So I'll explain this later, but let's continue because it doesn't have any effect yet. So you can see this is our nav. So we are going to be styling everything inside this nav. Our image, which is our logo, then our UL, our unordered list. So we are going to be styling everything. So let's start with our nav, curly bracket. So let's give it a background color. Which background color should we give? Should we give it the blue, same blue color? Okay. Okay. So let's give it a width of 100%, definitely, or 80%. Let's see. So by 80%, we are going to have okay. So that means it's not going to full the screen. So let's just give it 100. Let's give it 100 so that yes. Wait now. I said I will explain. Just it's not a problem. So now let me explain it now. So because we have given it a background color, so I can explain now. So you can see that we have full screen from left to right. There's no white space, no space at all. So that is because we added margin zero and padding zero. So, eh? Skyline is so so let's remove let's remove this margin and padding zero now. Let's now look at what will happen. We've removed it now. So look at what happens. You can see there is a white space by the side. You see, are you guys seeing it? Okay. So let's now return our, so you can see it has cleared. The white spaces are not there. Have you seen the effect now? Okay. So that is the effect. That is the, it's, you can see now that it's very important. So let's give our nav a height of, let's say 70 or 80 pixels. Let's give it 80 pixels. So definitely it will reduce. You can see it has reduced, but our logo is still very big. So then we are going to style our unordered lists. That is the UL now. Everything is in the nav, and the nav also is in the container. Class. Yes, yes. So now let's style our unordered list. That is the UL now. So we have our nav UL because our UL is in the nav. So that's why we call the nav first because we might have another UL. So we can't just say UL without mentioning the nav. Yes, it will affect all the UL. So this is it. So our let's float our list. Let's float it to right. So we are floating right. So let's see the effect. You can see our items are here now. You can see, guys. Okay, I am. So now let's give it a margin. Let's give it a margin right. Let's give it like 200 pixels for instance. So you can see it has shifted here. Or wait, Skyline, let's remove it first so that they will know the effect later. So let's just continue. So now what we are going to be working on now is our LI, this, this LI inside the list. So that is what we are going to be working on now. Sorry. So we are going to be styling our LI now. So we have our nav, UL, then LI. Yeah. Yes. So now we want to display for it to be on a straight line. You know they are on top of each other now. So we want to make it to be on a straight line, like side by side. So what you do is to display inline block. Let's see what happens. You can see. Did you see the effects now? So let's give it a line height. Yes. So let's give it a line height of let's say 60 pixels. So let's see the effect. You can see it has come down from top now. So let's give it a margin 0 and 5 pixel. You can see. So now let's now bring back this our margin. This our margin right. Okay. No, wait. This margin 0, like let's say the top is 0, while the side is 5 pixel. Yes. You know, uh, okay, okay. Because this is very easy. We have four sides. We have top, we have side, we have top, we have bottom, we have left, and we have right. So this is, when we give, let me clear it. So when we say, okay, you can see their side, there's no space in between them now. When we say the line height is the top, so it's the top that yeah, the space was created at the top, right? So when we say, let's say margin, the first zero is the top. You can see that it has no effect on the top. So let's now give it 5 pixels, just like I pixels. So you can see there is a space in between them. You get, ba? Okay. Please, everyone mute your mic because my voice is echoing. So let's now style our image. So because our image is inside our nav, so we are going to call it nav image. So let's give our image width. So let's give our image a width of let's say 8%. So let's see how that looks. 8%. So let's see. You can see it has reduced our image. You can see, but we have to reduce it more because it's still outside. It's still outside the nav. So let's give it 6%. You can see that it's normal now. The logo. Okay. Boss, abeg, stop all these things, abeg. Ah, blue. So let's give it I don't want it to be too dark. So let's say, so the list, yes, I'll change the color. I'll change the color. So you can see. So we'll change the color to white. So that is our image. Now let's now style our link. Nav ULLI link. So let's give it color white. You can see that it has changed, ba. So let's give it font size. font size of 15 pixels. So let's give it, let's, so to remove this line underneath, so we just say text decoration, none. You can see it has removed it, bar, the line. So let's give it padding top and padding left 13. Padding top, padding top 7 pixels and 13 pixels. And see, padding is to create space inside, while margin is to create space outside what you are working on. So this is our, you can see it's beautiful now. So, but we need to move it from this side to at least this side. But if you think it's okay with you like this, you can leave it. It depends on the design. But let's move it to, so let's give it a margin. This was what I was saying the other time. So let's give it margin left. Is it margin left or right? Margin left. Let's give it 200 pixels. Is it left or right? Right. Yes. Margin right. So this is margin right. You can see it has shifted from here to here. So if you want to shift your logo, you can also shift it. So let's shift our logo a bit. Let's say margin, yes. So let's give it margin left of 30 pixels. Let's see. So you can see that is a bit close, but let's increase the height of this our, it's either we increase the height of our background nav, or we reduce the size of the logo, but let's increase the height. So let's increase it to 85. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, you can see it now. Okay, let's say 90. So it's still a bit up. You can see now it's perfect. So, but let's increase the line height of this, because this one has gone up now. So let's increase it. Let's say 70. So you can see it's better, right? So now, if you click it, what is it? No, it's not. It's not. It depends on the design. Me, I like this design. So, but it depends on the design. If you want it to move, you increase the margin. Okay. Okay. So let me increase the line height. Maybe to, let's say, 80. Okay. It's better now. Aha. Beautiful now. So now the next thing is, if you hover over it, it won't change. There is nothing like effect, no hover effect there. So to do that, so you say A active. We have our so dot active. So we have our A hover. That is to show the hover effect. So now we have our curly bracket. We have background color. Let's give it a background color of, let's say, white. If you give it a background color of white, let's see. So the active is it's supposed to be a class here or an ID. So for the first one, mm, yes. So let's say active. So let's give it a transition. Like, I'm not sure if this will work now, but let me just try my best. So of 1 second. Transition is like the time it will take it to reflect. Yes, if you hover, yes, it will come up. So let's continue. I'm not, the thing is not really working right now, but let's continue. I will talk about it later. So maybe I'll look for the sample of, okay, or let me just even quickly look at it now. Because I, no, I want to, yes, I'm coming. Let me just check something. Let me quickly check something. Mm, yes, yes. You see, the one I opened, I'm coming. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if I should we should talk about. Yes. I don't know why the this thing is not reflecting. That's why I want to check if I'm making it. Yes, the hover. So that's why I opened it. Yeah. No, it's not. It doesn't even reflect on that one, ma. No, it doesn't. Aha. So let's see it. Let's see. Okay, you can see it's still the same thing. So let me just, so it's the same thing I did. So I don't know why. Let's check. You want me to remove it? Okay. Okay. Let's remove the active now. So let's check. Okay, look at it. But we can't give it a white. You can see because it will affect the color of the this thing. You understand, Ba? But you understand what you are trying to achieve here, right? So it depends. So let's give it another background color. The hover effect, let's say red. So you can see by her, this is better. You can see. So let's make use of let's say 5 seconds. Let's say 5 seconds. You can see it hover. Hover is if you hover over, like if you hover your cursor over anything, like if you put your mouse on, you can see when we say 5 seconds, it takes a very long time for it to come up. You can see 5 seconds, you can see. But when we say 1 second transition, you can see it comes up very fast. So this is it now. So, and another thing I want us to talk about, if you look at our logo, if we expand our screen on a full screen, the logo shows very well, bold. But if we reduce our screen, it's become very small. Ba? So in order to make it to be the same size as if it is this, in order to make it the same size both on a small screen and on a large screen, so what you make use of is at media. So at media is what is used is what is used to for what is it called, for mobile effects, that if you reduce the size of your computer, the image will still be the same, or the content will still be the same of as it is in large screen, on large screen, sorry. So it is called art media. You can see it here, art media. So your bracket, then you create so sorry, I'm sorry. So you have your bracket. Okay. Okay, so let's give it a maximum width. Let's give it a maximum width of 750 pixels. This is the most common one used. You can use 700, you can use 750, you can use 850. It depends on the one you want to use, but this is one I'm comfortable with. So now let's give our image width. Our width for the first one was I think 6 pixel, right? Let's check. The width of our image was 6 pixels. So we have to increase the width here because on a smaller screen, it's small. The image is very small. So we give, eh? Width. Una no vex abeg o. Una go just pardon me. So we give it a width of give it a width of 15. Let's say 15%. I don't know why this is showing this. Why? Oh, sorry. Our UI image. So our nav image, because that is what we want to design, that we want to style. So a width of 15%. So you can see, you can see that, but our this thing is gone inside. So let's reduce it to 13. You can see both on small screen, you can see this is okay. Let's say 15. Let's take it back to 15. Let's say 16 now. You can see it's very okay now. I think this is because of the this I'm not sure why this is inside. Okay, let's design. You can see that the menus are not more reflecting on a small screen except on a large screen. So I don't know. Let's just increase that. Let's just design that too. On a small screen, the so let's say let's just copy because I don't want us to just be typing because that is what we want to design. Everything you are doing must be inside this sorry, inside the fourth curly bracket. It shouldn't be outside it. So let's paste it here. Remove this. Let's increase this. Why is still not still showing now? Let's say 500. Boss, why is this our this thing not showing? Our LI. Yes, the nav. Yes, the image is showing. Yes, the nav. Okay, let me give it a padding. It's not even okay. Now I know what happened. So we need to increase the height of our nav in order to accommodate it. Yes, yes, the height is too small. So the nerves, it because it is white. So and it cannot really reflect. So let's increase the height of our of our nerve. You can see, but it has reflected. So it's there, but it's because it is white. So we have to increase the height of the nerve for it to show. Are you guys getting what I'm doing? No, are you seeing it or you understand? That's what I'm designing now for media. So anything you want to design, anything you want to design to make it a mobile friendly, it's in the yes, it's in the media. At media, you are going to do that. Ah, let me not end this call again. I beg. No fit disturb myself. So you can see that if you click here, it takes you nowhere. It's because you haven't linked it yet. There's nothing here. Yes. So now we want to link it to an external or internal file. So let's make use of our the one we created earlier. So if you open it, this is your link. This is your link. So you just copy it. I'll do like two example. So you just copy it and place it inside here. You remove the hash symbol. You paste it here. So now if you click your home now, you will see it. You can see it, ba? Did you see it? Did you see what happened? Okay. So that is how to link a page. So let's search for google.com for instance. So this is Google site. So you copy this link. It depends on where you want to link it to. You copy, come here, remove the hash symbol and paste. So let's visit our about us now, our about us page. So this about us page, you can see it took us to the Google. Did you get it now? Okay. Please, if you don't get it, just indicate so that I can re-explain. So now we are done. Now we are done. Eh? Okay. Now let's let's go to another website. Let's say we have okay. Let's say we have which website safe? Okay, yes. This is another website now. You see the content here. So you just copy the link here. It depends on the link where you want to link it to. So you come, you remove the hashtag, hash symbol, you paste the link inside. So which one is this? I think it's our services. So let's now click on services and see what is inside. Okay, I think it's not taking the correct this thing. I'm coming. 365 ng. So let's paste it. Na my na person wey teach me web development be that. Na my boss. Their website be that. So it has even opened sef. You can see, okay, let's just go back. So this is our website. So click our service. So you can see it take you here. So it depends on where you want to link it to. You get ba? Did you understand it now? So we are done with navbar now. If you have any question, ask. If you don't have, we'll continue to footer. So designing our footer, we have to create. Okay, let's say I'm going to comment here now. You guys said you know how to comment. So end of navbar. So that is the end. So I'll create another div now for our footer. So class container, class container. So we give it a footer. I'm coming now. So footer, have your footer. Then let me show you something here. Okay, you know we have four rows here. So let me show you samples of okay, footer sample, footer samples. So we have different type of footer design. So this is one design now. This is another design. This one has four rows. One, two, three, four. Four rows. This one have also four rows. This has two rows. You see, ba? Are you getting it? This this has four rows. This has one, two, three, four, five. And there is a line in between. This is a bit complex. I'm coming. Let me show you this this website. So this is one of my projects. So I want to quickly show you so we have Skylar abeg now. This is footer. but a very simple footer with two rows. So this is, let's show the full here. So you can see this is a very simple footer with two rows. But I want us to work on the complex like four rows so that you can increase or reduce it or even make it one whenever you want to work on your own project. It depends on the example, but this is what we are going to work on now. So we have four rows. So I'm taking my time to explain to you so that you won't get confused. Eh? It's like it's yes, they are column, but you put it inside a row to make it four. You get it, ba? So, oh, sorry. I don't know. Ask Skyline because me, I just created this. I just created. Okay, the footer. So we are going to give it a class name. Eh? Okay, we'll give it please. If you are not saying anything, mute your mic, please. So here, so now this is the our role div now. So we give it a class of row, right? So we want to create our first column now. So div class, oh sorry, class footer col. That is you can call it col one, that is colon one, or just column. But me, I'm naming it footer column. That is footer col. So let's comment here to make it first, our first column. First column. You get it now? Are you guys understanding it at all? Hmm? Okay. Where do you want me to repeat there? What part do you want me to repeat? Yes, now this is the just to comment it to know where the we have four rows. We want to create four rows, right? So this is the first row, like just to indicate that this is where the first column starts from. Do you understand it now? Okay. So we have company here. So it depends on the title you want to give. Like the examples I showed earlier, they gave it different titles. So it depends on the title you want to give. But for the purpose of this class, we are going to be making use of company and just the same text all through. It's just for you to see what you are doing. So you can change it to any text of your choice or any text of the content of the site you are working on. It depends. So mm, mm, the container, this one. Okay. Then this is the closing now. This is the closing. Here, this is it. So if you want to know, because sometimes you might even make a mistake not adding the closing tag. So if you want to know if you add the closing tag, you just click on the first one. So automatically it will highlight and take you to the it will show the closing tag. Yes. So now here, this company, let's use H4 or H3. So let's use H4. H4. So you write your company. So it depends on what you want to write in there. So now you now have your UL again on ordered list. So inside, you have your list again. So what should we list it? Should we copy the first one, or we should list something else? You guys should give me suggestion, please. Because you are linking it, you put a link there. Oh yeah, now me una talk now. Name anything. Eh? Okay. Oh. So I'm just giving you guys opportunities to listen so that you can know that you can list anything, not necessarily what I listed. So you can list anything. It depends on the name you want to give it. So let's say services and where you want to link it to. So let me just copy and paste. So, okay, yeah, home. Sorry, where's the mistake coming from? Home. Let's give this company. So this is where our first UL ended. You can see this is where it started and this is where it ended. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, sorry. So now let me refresh. So you can see we have our you can see what. Okay, now look at what I said earlier. You know we use li u sorry. I said if you make use of this ulli, you can see it's the same thing with this. That is why it's still showing the red. So it inherited, this also inherited the style of the previous one because they bear the same name. For instance, if I change this name now, if I say this ID, let's give it another name of let's say first, for instance, you can see it will not show again. Let me so if we style this ID now, all this will not show. But because we are not styling it, or okay, let me just remove it. I want you to see the effect. It's still showing because it still carries the li. So it will definitely inherit this, but as we give it ID or another class name, it will not if we design it differently or give it another style or another background color using our style, so it will show another thing entirely from the first one. Do you get it? Okay. So now this is where our first class, our first column ended. So everything you are still going to do must be inside this role. It must not be outside the role. If it is outside the role, that is you are creating another div entirely. So this is where our second div will start from. Sorry, our second column. I'm naming it second column. You can see it's very good to comment. If you are not commenting, you not get it will be very difficult for you to know what you do, especially if you are working on a very um on a very large project. So let's just copy and paste in order not to repeat ourselves typing. You see, ba? So this is where our second code ended. So let's create our third code. So we are going to copy and paste again because we are typing the same thing. So this is where this one too ended. So let's create our fourth now. So you just paste again. So let's see what we have. You can see we have one, two, three, and four. But just like the previous one, they are also on top of each other. So we are going to design our footer now. And that will be the end of my own session for today. So let's design. Okay, okay. Can you see it now? So we just have to design it to style it now. You see what it looks like, ba? We just have to design it now. So let's design it. I don't know. Okay, let's just design it here. So commenting in CSS is different from commenting in what is it called, in HTML file. So to comment on CSS file, just say slash star, then footer, because we are designing footer, then star slash. You can see ba. Do you get it? Okay, okay. So that's how this is how to comment on CSS file. So commenting in CSS file is different from that of HTML. So HTML is what I did earlier. So, but this is how to comment on CSS. So now we want to design our footer. So because this footer is a class, we just put dot footer. If it is an ID, we say hash the footer. But because it's a class, you just say dot footer. So you begin your, what background should we give it? Should we design it just like I did? Let's give it a black background. Okay. So background color. Are you sure we should, guys, should we follow skyline? Okay, okay. They are the oga o. Skyline, you are not the oga o. They are the oga here. Because if they are not present, no one to teach. So they are the oga. So now let's have our padding. Okay, see what it looks like now. So it's joining because it's the same color. So it's joining with the previous one. So we have to give it a margin top. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic, everyone. So because they have the same color, it's joining. So we have to give it a margin top. So we give it a margin top. We give it a margin top of, so I thought someone came in. I don't want to make mistake of deleting this. You can see we gave it a margin top of 300 pixels. You can see it has separated from the nav bar. Are you guys getting it? So let's give it a height of 300, a height of also 300 pixels. So then we give it padding, give it padding of let's say 10 pixels. So let's see the effect. So this is it now. So now let's continue. We want to design our footer UL now. It's also a class, footer UL. So list style, none. So this is you can see here there is a black dot by the side. It's not really showing. So by the side there is a black dot. So that's what the black dot is, what we want to remove by using our list style. List style, none. So now we want to design our we want to style our role now. So just be looking at it. Oh, you will see it now. Our role, display, flex. Let's see the effect. You can see. So instead of us to use, the first one we did here was display inline block. Abi, hello? Okay. But that display inline block only works for one role, like just like this. But if you are just like sorry, like this only. But if you are making you are working with two column or three columns in a row, you have to make use of display flex, not display inline block. So that is the difference. That's why the inline block is not working on the row. That's why we are making use of flex. So you give it margin top. Give it a margin top of let's say 50 pixels. You can see it's no more touching the top bar. So let's give it a margin left. Are you guys sleeping? Okay. So margin left, you can see it has shifted. Then, you know, eh? What did you say? Okay. So let's now our footer link now. Text decoration, none. To remove the line under it, you can see the line has been removed. So you now give it a color. You say orange bar skyline. Yes, you say orange. So I've given it color orange. Okay, yellow, yellow. So this is it. You can see our H4 is still black. It's still black. So let's design our footer column now. This footer column. This is our column. We've not designed it. So we want to design our footer column now. So footer column. So let's give it width of 20%. So let's give it padding, top and the side, just like we did for our nav bar, 0 and 20 pixels. 0 20 pixels. So let's see the effect. So it doesn't really affect it that much. So now let's work on our H4 now. No, this supposed to shift by the side. It's not supposed to be. Okay, maybe it's because it's here, right? Yeah, still not. I'm coming. What am I not doing right here? Okay, I think because I didn't put dots here, so it's not reflecting. Okay, okay, it's footer. You can see. So if you miss, you can see what the like I missed just the dash because here the name. Yes, I'll change it. I'll change it. Let me explain things to them. You can see, you can see simple mistake that I made. So it was footer dash code. So here initially I just put footer code, not footer dash code. So that's why it wasn't reflecting there. You understand, ba? You can see now that it's here now. So let's give our link a little bit of padding. Padding, let's give it 10 pixels. Let's see. No. Let's give it 5. 5. No. Let's give it um margin bottom. Let's give it 5 pixels. The 2 pixel for instance. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's say 5. Or padding button. Is it padding button or it's still not reflecting? So now let's give our footer code H4. Let's design it now. Sorry, let's style it. So footer for H4. Sorry, H4. So let's give it a font size of 16 pixels. A font size of 16, or let's say 17 pixels. So let's give it a color. So let's give it this. You can see it has changed. The color has changed. So we want to transform it to uppercase now. So you say transform. Sorry, text transform. Text transform. Uppercase. You see everything will change to capital letter now. You can see the company has everything has changed to capital letter. So if you want to transform everything to small letter, you say text transform lowercase. So let's give it a margin button to create space. A margin bottom of let's say 10 pixels. You can see has created the space. So let's give a font weight to make it a bit bolder. Font weight, let's give it 400 pixels. You can see it's a bit bolder now. So let's see what we have. Wait, I want to check something. I want to see the effect of this position. I want to see the effect. If it doesn't have any effect, so we just have to remove it. So it doesn't have. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry. Oh, what am I typing? No, it doesn't have any effect. Let's see what we have. So it doesn't make any difference. So let's just remove it. So this is how to create a footer and a nav bar. Mona clap for me now. Abi I no deserve the clap? What is the question? No, we call it nav bar. Yes, this is the nav bar. The up, this one at the top is the nav bar. While this is the footer. Yes, no, the full that's the name they call it, nav bar. Navigation bar, yes, yes, yes. So me, I don't finish oh, skyline. I dey go. Good night. I don't dey go. I don't tire. My eyes dey pain me. Abeg, ma go rest. Okay.